But yeah, anyways, hello, how's it going, boys? What is up? Is once again to check out the Psy Games mindset of OTK. Yep, here we go again. Before that, I need to also open up the Twitter stuff, or should I say X now? Yeah, because there is they posted some setups there as well, I remember. Okay, so let's check it out. All right. And also I'll share like my OTK stuff that I settled on or whatever. It's not the greatest, but it looks like it's consistent enough, so let's see. Alright, what we got? Extreme one-turn beginner. This shot extra damage to triple attacks! Oh my god. Oh, here we go again, man. Asking newbies to go on autos. Oh my god. They never seem to learn ever. Dude, I obtained them, bro. Sheesh. What? I don't have that. Oh no, log out, man. Log out, dude. What the hell is... What the hell? Oh my god. Dude, Nataku, man. Oh my god, Nataku, man. Nataku of all things. Nataku of all things. Oh my goodness. Nataku, man. What the hell? I can kind of understand Freyr a little bit now, because you know, for those who didn't know, they added the whole full auto change, right? Where the 0 cooldown ones, you can actually cast once now. So technically you can full auto this guy. So it's actually understandable, but at the same time it's like I wouldn't really consider him in this. Oh boy, they really like pressing their buttons, man. And dude, like I cannot stress this enough, for especially new players. Dishing on autos is always the worst idea ever, just because that, you know for a fact that not everyone will be able to, like, you know, get like a proper grid or whatnot. So especially like a grid like this, in order for the reason, like, you see this kind of setup, right? The one main reason why they suggested this kind of like auto setup, right, is because you have so many buffers and shit. But I can also assure you, right, even with that as well, with the help of this guy, because this guy's a massive buffer, right? With the help of that guy and this kind of grid, your autos are not really gonna cap properly. Why? Because Opus is not there. You do not have like insane EX mods even to really like scale properly by just using like you just grab someone's Lucifer or whatnot, right? This two alone is not enough. With the help of the Xeno weapon, which you another thing is that you probably want to have AX, a good AX skill on it as well, which I'm assuming not a lot of newbies will probably have the good ones either, so we wouldn't know that either, right? So you can't really take that for granted. And then the rest is like you have to wait a second. Isn't this the raid where it's solo now or something? If I recall correctly, this raid is now solo only, right? It's not part of the skip, right? So I wouldn't really expect people to be able to get this very easily too, unless they are doing sandbox, because you can get that very easily in sandbox, which a lot of times I would probably suggest you to, if you want to get those, because you probably want to get them through sandbox anyway, because once again, same goes for like the Xeno weapon, right? You want to get AX skills on these, right? You know, so like for example, I guess I can just show you like the ones that I have, right? So yeah, so you see, like, you know, for like this is actually quite nice. Obviously this one is kind of you probably want to have like Ogi damage or something, because you can get Ogi damage and stamina together. So you probably want to have something like that, right? Which is more likely for you to get if you're just mashing through sandbox anyway. So that's why, like, most of the time right now when it comes to weapons like these, you're probably just better off just doing it via sandbox. So like all the supposedly, because now they all became solo raids, right? You're just ignoring every single one of those solo raids. You only do it through sandbox. It's only like when you need like the stupid animas or whatever, then you do the solo ones or some shit, right? But then again, for the most part, you can also get the animas from like other raids anyway, so it's not really a bad thing. So you can just do the other stuff instead, which is much easier for you to obtain rather than you just needing to solo when you're, well, not well fitted to, well, do all that stuff yet, right? So so that's why it's like for them to do something like this or suggesting something like this to a newbie is quite hilarious, in fact. Yeah. Alright, moderate, what we got? Crush your foes with powerful charge attacks. Why didn't they even suggest this for the first one? I still do not understand. I feel like these ones, right? I would even say like, don't get me wrong, this kind of auto setup is actually okay to do if you're planning to do like, you know, like how the big boys are doing. 0 button, 0 chain setup. Those kind of shit, yes. Those are very nice, but you know, this kind of stuff is like better off, you know, like you would suggest it as like a top tier kind of setup or whatever, right? Not for like a beginner. This should have been at least a beginner. This makes more sense. This actually makes more sense when it comes to recommending stuff for a beginner player. Yes. Because this one can give you a lot of, this one can actually do some afternoon stuff and shit. Even though it's not a Friday when, you know, because she's Ultimate Friday, she gets massive buffs on a Friday only. EX Plus doesn't really land on a Friday. And I think it's Interval, right? Interval is a Friday. Let me check. Yes, Interval is only on a Friday. So if you're planning to farm meat or EX Plus on a Friday, then yeah, I guess this helps out a whole lot more, yes. We all know Elia is a very, very insane OTK character, very, very strong. She nukes a lot, and then Mirin can, because we are using the whole limit burst with Relic Buster and stuff, with the help of Mirin, you can actually get her to 200 meters, so it's actually very easily, and then she can get insane nuke, right? That's true, so that's actually very nice. So obviously now they decided to, okay, you know what? Let's suggest a little bit. Let's put one Magna 2 in there. That actually does nothing as well, by the way. This does fuck all. It's so minimal that it doesn't really matter too much. Honestly speaking, right? You're actually better off slotting in more of these, by the way. More of these, and you just go and, I don't know, go for elemental or some shit. Because I would assume, okay, because every single like person out there who actually plays the game for a while will always suggest this, right? Get Babu first, right? So a lot of times I even see now low ranks all have full limit break Babu already, right? So I'm assuming a lot of times you probably, the first big summon you want to get is Babu, right? I will assume you probably have your own Babu. If you have your own Babu, you probably want to go for elemental shit anyway. And if you do the elemental shit, you're better off using this anyway. But if you have more of like Xeno stuff, you're probably better off using that using that more, because the mods are higher, and well, elemental skills kind of a lot better with EX anyway, because it's just fully focused on elemental mods anyway. But you still obviously want to have like a little bit of like Magna here, a little bit of normal mod here, blah blah blah, all that shit, just to make like to make it a little bit more balanced. You get like a big huge perk if that's your only item for Magna and whatnot, blah blah blah, all that shit, right? You get the drill, right? Okay. So this one I can understand is actually not so bad, but at the same time it's like, if your grid is a lot better, this setup can actually be a decent setup, because this can just be a 2-button setup. You technically do not need to press any buttons on Friday, Elia, and Mirin, which is something I can applaud the side games for this for once, right? You technically do not need to press anything for this setup at all. You can just press MC, S1, and Limit Burst done, or Ogi. You just need like have a better grid, like have like Opus and all the other shit, blah blah blah, all that stuff, right? Speaking of which, what the hell did they say? Fill your party's charge bar with Wait. Wait, so they're suggesting the Friday buff when EX Plus prelims is not on a Friday. Okay. Okay. Alright, what do you say about this? Yeah, just buff and press as many buttons, okay. Wow, they're so smart, man. Seriously, they're so smart. Seriously, why are they so smart? Just play on a Friday. True, yeah. Who cares about prelims, right? Just play on a Friday and ignore every other day, right? So smart, man. They're so smart. Alright, veteran. EX Plus. Okay, this is for EX Plus. Because these are all EX only, right? EX Plus. Veteran skills are your best. Oh boy, here we go again. Oh boy, how many buttons you had to... Wait. Did they even include the ultimate? Wait, that doesn't look like the ultimate mastery even, right? Because if they actually gotten one of the ultimate mastery for Robin Hood, is actually not bad, isn't it? Yeah, I know, right? There's no opus yet for some reason. I do not know what's with them not having like fucking opus at all. It's so fucking weird. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, dude, the amount of buttons you need to press this is, I would assume is... Actually, see, I would say it's even more than this. The amount of buttons you need to press on veteran, dude, is probably like at least 4 or 5 buttons more than this. That's the funny part. Because hair potato, right? You have to like press all of this, right? Then you click this, then you press again, right? Isn't it? Because this resets, right? So you have to press all your skills and then press again, reset all your skills again, right? Isn't that what they are trying to do? Same goes for Sutera. Sutera does that too, isn't it? See, she has that because all these characters is kind of like, these are usually how we kind of like I guess it's kind of like a meme kind of, right? We categorize these kind of characters as the proving ground characters. The reason why we do it from that, because proving grounds is supposed to be an event where the bosses can be very, very tanky and you want to kill it within a turn itself. So obviously the bosses are way tankier than whatever you're about to experience in EX Plus or whatnot, right? So obviously we want to feed in as much damage as we can per turn, right? So that's why like having all these actually helps out a lot, right? The whole resetting thing, and then you go Kirin, right? And then blah 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 blah, and you just keep mashing over and over again, right? So that's kind of, but like, not for these, man. Come on. Not on these at all, man. Wow. It's so bad. Okay, what's this? Make use of Robin Hood Return of the Fox. Oh yeah, not to mention, if I recall correctly, Robin Hood's the supposedly Fox skill resets the shit too, so you can press the buttons again. This skill ends cooldown, yes man. Keep pressing the buttons. Oh my god, keep mashing those buttons. So okay, jokes aside, I guess I should also update you guys what I did with my OTK, right? I guess I should do that as well. After laughing at all this, right? So unfortunately, mine is not like the super OP 0 button 0 chain one, because I do not have Grimnir. I cannot do that. By Grimnir, I mean like Valentine Grimnir. I still haven't gotten that dude yet, unfortunately. But yeah. So the setup I went with was one chain. So basically, I just used nukes with the help of Shion and whatnot. And also, well, I'm using CAT swords. As you saw, like even my MC is equipping that thing. But I'm using 5 CAT swords. Yep. So yeah, I'm using 5 CAT swords setup because the other one I tried to copy had 6 CAT swords, and I do not have 6 CAT swords yet. I'm very close to it, but I'm too lazy to do that. So yeah, this is the one that I went with 2 beaks. I think my beaks is yeah, I have some stamina on it as well. So like the Nataku spear as well, I have stamina as well. So that kind of helps out as well. And then for the skills, so I just use Ogi and skill cap, because most of the reason that being is because I know that majority of the time my 2 characters, which is auto attacking, which is my MC and Shion, is not really, most likely not always going to cap all the time, right? Especially Shion, right? I got a feeling that Shion is not always going to cap at all. So that's the reason why I went with Ogi instead. because the reason why I went with Ogi is because I want to make the damage more consistent on my Neo, because Neo is 100% going to cap no matter what with a Ogi with the help of all these stupid swords, right? Okay. That's the main reason, okay? And then the other thing, what I tried to do, or more like, okay, you know what, before I continue talking, I guess I should probably show now. In before he actually doesn't die. Lamau! Okay, we go with double long dong again. Old school, right? Double long dong. Double long dong. Feels good, man. Yeah, in before. Okay. So, alright. Basically, the strat of this that I'm... Obviously not the shit I came out with. Or, like, I just copied from someone again. Because I'm dumb. So... The whole strat of this is basically you needing to get to 50%. As you saw earlier, right? When my nuke hits, it's like at 50%-ish, right? So the whole idea is that you want your Neo's nuke and MC and Shion's autos to always hit to 50%. Because the moment you hit 50%, the nukes from this guy and then the auto nuke from Shion, because you need to counter with you know, for Shion's, in order to counter you need the guy to, you know, do the stupid thing first, right? Because of this thing. Yeah. So you need the boss to activate the special attack first. So in order for that to happen, you always need to hit 50% first, right? And then the other thing that I need to take in consideration in this setup is that I need to at least take in consideration of what happens if they do not, like, you know, as you saw earlier, I triple attack on both MC and Shion, right? So I need to get that multi-attack crisp, right? So that's also another reason why I said at the beginning of this video that my OTK maybe has like a little 1 to 3% chance to fail. The reason me saying that is because my MC does not guarantee triple attacks. That's one. Another one is that my Shion doesn't have a guaranteed double attack. So that's actually quite bad. So because from what I've calculated, from what I've tested yesterday and stuff, if my MC and Shion double attack, I'll nicely hit at 50%. So if any one of these two decided to attack one lesser, I'm screwed. And Shion has that because she doesn't have 100% double attack. Okay? So that's the main reason why. Okay? So the thing is, she gets, MC and Shion gets most of the multi-attack obviously from this, right? From the swords and also the help of the freaking, where's my opus? Yes, my opus. So the opus, I'm also using Freya, obviously, to increase my autos to be a little bit more consistent. My nuke on Neo a little bit more consistent as well. And then also like the multi-attack also, I think it's 25 or 35 double attack, I forgot. I think it's around 35% double attack on Freya. So that's another one that to take in consideration as well. And then what I also did for her thing is that I tried to min-max her auto so she can be a little bit more consistent, right? I was actually considering to take off the crit, but I ran out of points, so fuck that, I guess. And then Awakening, I decided to give her multi-attack just so she can, well, multi-attack a lot better. And I mean, I don't think this is needed, but I kind of just need it for that one, right? Because the damage is quite consistent because I'm using the fucking CTA swords are all attack based, if you didn't notice, because these icons are all attacked. So 5 of these CTA swords does give you a crazy amount of raw damage, because, you know, you can't really multiply that at all, right? So okay. And yes, MC does not have a guaranteed triple. Only Glorybringer has a 20 guaranteed double attack. You could probably add in to make it even more guaranteed by adding like the triples and stuff. And then you probably also, you could, if you have your own Helmel, you probably want to put in your own Helmel. So that makes it better. Yeah, you could actually put that in and it'll probably be 100% or some shit. But because I do not want to spend my stones on it, so that's where the problem lies, okay? I do not have that, so that's why it's actually going to fail. They do have relatively high triple attack rate even, but yeah, it's not 100%. The only thing that I'm only just afraid of in this setup is just Xion not hitting her double attack. But for what I've tested yesterday, which I tested quite a bit, I think I can show you in my damage log here. As you can see, alright, so because now the bosses for EX Plus are all 24 million, right? So here, so as you can see, I tested quite a bit. It's literally the same thing. I was just trying to see if it's really consistent or not. So as you can see, I did try quite a bit, in fact. Yeah, so it's like 0 buttons, nothing, right? It still kills. It kills quite a bit. It looks very consistent, right? So I tested quite a bit, as you can tell. Maybe it's only like 2 pages, 2.5 pages long, right? Later on, I didn't really test that. I was testing other shit. So yeah. So it looks like out of like maybe I don't know, like 10 to 15 runs, it's maybe it might fail once. I don't know. That's why I say there's like a small chance to fail. But for the most part, I think it should be fine. Because like, yeah, we can just go again. It's just really reliant on MC and Xion to double attack. But since they triple, it's fine. Because yeah, as you can see, the nuke from Neo is guaranteed going to always push it past the thing. But even so, right? Even so, I got a feeling that maybe, I'm not entirely certain, right? Maybe if you have like, say for example, like Tiamat, Summer Tiamat, for example, if you do not have this guy, I think Tiamat Summer might actually help out a little bit better because you don't have to do like what I did, right? You can just make the characters to have more consistent damage, give them like auto cap or whatnot, right? To be able to like, because you know that they are always going to guarantee triple, right? Because for those who didn't know, Summer Tiamat gives you guaranteed triple attack if you have it maxed out, right? So if you have that, you don't really have to worry like what I'm doing with like the MC and Xion, right? So I'm thinking maybe if you have that, you don't have to worry of that, and you can just go all in on like just giving them insane amount of like damage consistency, and then give them the extra cap or whatnot. Then maybe they can actually forego the need of the stupid Summer Bailer, right? Because you know we all know Summer Bailer helps out a lot in OTK and all that shit, right? So maybe there's a chance that this guy is not needed at all, okay? And it will just allow you to, you know, like have the autos pushing it closer to 50%, and then with the nuke from Neo, it'll just automatically guaranteed to push past 50% and shit like that. So that's kind of like the whole idea of and I guess my suggestion if you're planning to copy this, I guess, I don't know. I mean, I honestly wouldn't suggest it because this is just me doing based on what I have, right? I would probably suggest you like, you see like that one as well, see like the Xion double attack there, right? So you saw, right? If she did not double attack there, I can see that it's not going to even hit 50%, I think. So yeah, you should always do the stuff that is appropriate to you, but I kind of figured I should share what I'm using right now and what I kind of what I went with, I guess. I don't know. It's still okay. It's still one chain that's like very minimal lockout anyway, so it's not really a big deal. So yeah, that's what I have when it comes to like the EX Plus stuff. Once again, the stuff they shared here is fucking poop, and you shouldn't really follow any of these. Probably the closest thing I can suggest is, yeah, you can probably follow this, but don't follow this grid. You can somewhat follow this setup, and you just use something else for the grid. So suggestions to weapons, like if you obviously if you farm CATA swords, if you already have CATA swords, use that. It will definitely help you. The other one I would probably suggest, if you have any form of raw axes, you definitely want to try using that as well. And also if you have like if you're lacking in what's that, cap or whatnot, if you have a 0-star, okay, a 0-star cat weapon, which is this one, you can use that as well, okay? You can also use that as well, just to get a little bit extra supplemental. It helps at least, right? It's better than nothing. It's not like it's just straight up like a dud, like where you need to get it to full limit break, because every single PNS weapon out there in the game is level 10 is already more than enough. Is level 15 is more towards if you want to get a little bit more cap. That's pretty much about it. Okay, so yeah, if you have it, you can use that, because this is the one that I'm referring to, where you actually press limit burst, the limit burst thing, the 2-button thing on your relic buster, right? So these will definitely help you. And then I would say that guns are kind of whatever. You can just use, like, if you want to use guns, I would suggest only put one in there. The one you should probably put more in is the fist. The fist, or you put in Proving Ground weapons helps as well, because Proving Ground you can just put in the Attack Awakening if you do have it. And then obviously Xeno weapons as well, if you have them, should use them, especially if you have like stamina or whatnot. Is always a good thing to have. And beaks are only if you're planning to have a character that has a lot of hits in your nukes or whatnot. So technically Friday kinda has that, so beaks can kinda help you in some way as well. So these are all the other weapons that I can kinda suggest at the moment. The rest is like kinda whatever at the moment, honestly. So those are the few ones that probably you want to change in order for you to like get better damage, I guess. And once again, don't forget your opus. Focus always on your opus. Every single grid these days will 100% always need opus. Okay? Opus is like one of the most important weapons in every single grid out there, because that weapon alone skyrockets in your damage like crazy. Okay? Yeah, so hopefully you guys find this helpful in any way, shape or form, and hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Okay.